Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. So today's reading, we're looking at the month ahead, and this month begins now. Whenever you find this message, whether it's the day I post it or it's months or years down the road, doesn't matter. We're brought to the messages we need just when we need them. So trust the timing there. All right, so I've got 3 cards for you here, 3 readings. I'll show you the card. Group 1, the card is number 4, and it says Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. And I'll hold that there for a sec so you can get a good look. Be fearless and bold, Badger Spirit. Group 2, your card is number 48, and it's Porcupine Spirit. Time for beginner mind. Time for beginner mind, Porcupine Spirit. And group 3, your card is number 16, Coyote Spirit. Trust in divine detours. Trust in divine detours, the Coyote Spirit. All right. So all you have to do now is pick your group, go down into the description box, and you'll see timestamps for each group. Click on the timestamp, it'll take you straight to your reading, and I'll see you there. Thanks, y'all. Hey, group 1. Okay, today we're going to take a look at the month ahead, what you can expect in the next 30 days, starting whenever you find this video, right? And of course, give or take 30 days. You know how it is. Timing is fluid, so roughly the next month ahead. So your initial card is number 4, the Badger Spirit, and it says, be fearless and bold. Give me just a sec. I'd just like to hear what Spirit wants to tell you about this card. They're telling me that in the month ahead, you're going to get sparks of inspiration, sparks of creativity, ideas that come to you seemingly out of nowhere that just sort of flood in. And what they're saying to me is that there is a need for you to grab onto these sparks. They will be coming into you from all different kinds of sources. Now, this could be creative ideas, inspired ideas for your work, for projects you're working on, personal situations you're working through, whatever it may be. You're going to get inspired basically from Spirit. You're going to be inspired through different means, different sources, but with ideas that are creative and insightful and different, a little bit out of the norm for you. So when these ideas come in, when these opportunities show up for you, when these sparks of inspiration sort of strike, and they will strike a bit like lightning is what they're giving me, you're being asked to, just like the card says, to be fearless and bold. Take a chance, calculated chance. Don't risk everything on a whim, but try new things. Don't be afraid to sort of put yourself out there a little bit more. Don't be afraid to try something that you've never done before. Don't be afraid to try something that no one else is doing, because this is a time for you to experiment, to play with your reality a little bit, and to come up with new ideas that can turn into a workable reality down the road. Okay. All right. That's your initial card. Let's get some tarot down. We're going to do a full Celtic cross this reading. Get a full picture of what you can expect in the month ahead. Okay. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, you have the 4 of Pentacles reversed. And that just brings about sort of an energy that's coming in of letting go, releasing, surrendering, just allowing yourself to play a little bit instead of only holding on to what you know and what you are comfortable with, right? Okay. So at the heart of your reading, you have the Page of Swords reversed. And that's being crossed or challenged by the Four of Wands reversed. Base of your reading is a Seven of Cups. Recent past is the Page of Wands reversed. Crowning your reading is the Seven of Wands. Near future is the Empress. Your energy is Strength reversed. The energy around you is the Knight of Cups reversed. Advice from Spirit is the Justice card. And your outcome is the Star reversed. Okay. Just going to make sure you can see all these. All right. Okay. Give me just a sec. I just want to take these cards in and listen for some initial messages for you. And then we'll go through this card by card and see what this month ahead is going to look like for you. Okay. So hold on one sec, y'all. Okay, first thing they're telling me is this is going to be a very full month for you, a very full and fulfilling month for you. It should be a little bit fun. If you take it too seriously, they're giving me this energy of constricting, and it prevents some of these ideas from coming through and really flourishing. So there really is this big energy of just let go, have fun with it. Allow this month to be full of fun, full of laughter, full of smiles, and that will bring you into a month of ideas, of inspiration, creativity. They go hand in hand. There has to be, of course, a level of discipline with the fun. It can't just be, a month of, I don't know, getting fall down drunk and, playing slot machines and not getting any work done. There's a line, there's a boundary here of have fun, laugh, play, and have discipline to allow that fun to become something real for you. So hopefully that makes sense. I don't know where that came from. Drunken slot machines. Okay. The messages they give me. Let me see if there's anything else. Hold on. They're telling me this month ahead you will be very grounded, even though they're talking about have fun, play a little bit, release, surrender. They're also saying that this is going to be a very grounded month because you will be playing from a place of productivity, creating something new, whether that again be in your work or in a project you're engaged in. You're going to be playing with the sense of creating something that could at some point become a long-term endeavor or a long-term reality for you. Okay. All right, so let's get into the cards. Your initial card here, you have the Page of Swords reversed. Just listen for a second. They're telling me that right now, as you enter into this month, you may be feeling like you don't have any ideas. You know something needs to be changed up. You know something needs to be done. Something needs to be renewed in some way. You're not sure how to do it or what to do. There is this feeling of grasping for answers and not getting them. Okay? That should feel fairly familiar to you right now as you're hearing this message, if this is your reading, Okay, so this energy of grasping for answers that aren't there, looking for ideas that aren't showing up, that's going to be shaken up. That's going to be challenged by this Four of Wands in reverse. Something in your life is going to be shaken up. Exactly that. Whether this is something in your home life or your work life or personally, and it's not a bad thing. It's just something that it's like kicking the fourth leg off of the table. And all of a sudden, everything's a little bit wobbly. Now, it may feel uncomfortable. It may feel a little bit insecure, but it's this wobbliness, it's this shakiness that sort of pushes you out of your comfort zone and sends you into this new fantastical world. And they're showing me right now the world of Alice in Wonderland. And it's It's like she falls into the hole. I think that's how it goes. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a minute. But she falls into this hole, and it's very uncomfortable for her. She's used to being on solid ground, and she falls into this hole, and everything changes. And is it a little bit nerve-wracking? Yes. Is it amazing? Yes. Does she leave that world filled with a head of new ideas and new possibilities? Absolutely. And that's a bit how this month is going to go for you. Now, at the base of your reading, you have the Seven of Cups. There's opportunities, there's ideas, there's creative visions out there waiting for you to grab onto. It's just that right now you're not seeing them. You're not seeing them. You're not aware of them. You're not grabbing onto them. They're not striking you in some way, but they are there. They're right here at the base of this reading. The Seven Cups is options, choices, ideas, opportunities. It's there. It's all there for you, but you might not see them until something in your world sort of wobbles a little bit, shakes up. Okay, in the recent past, we have the Page of Wands in reverse. And this goes hand in hand with this Page of Swords in reverse, in that you've sort of lost some of your inspiration as well. Some of that motivation, some of that drive that you probably once had for something. It feels a bit drained. It feels a bit empty. It feels a bit like something has run dry. The fire has gone out. You're searching for answers. You're searching for information. You're looking for what's the answer to this? How do I fix this? How do I relight this fire? And it's not there yet. It's not there yet. As of right now, as of today, it will come. It will come. Now, crowning your reading, you have the Seven of Wands. And first, I want to just point out just how many wands we've got here right at the beginning. So even though you may be feeling like you're not inspired, you're not, that fire has kind of gone out, having all of these wands so early on in your reading says that the fire is still there, right? There's still some embers there. So don't give up. It's still viable. It just needs a little push. It needs a little rush of air. When a fire starts to go out and you can blow some oxygen into it, it comes back to life. And right now you're out of oxygen with this Page of Swords in reverse, right? You're out of ideas, but that will change and the fire will become relit. So crowning your reading is the Seven of Wands. And this energy really touches on the whole month, on everything that's happening and everything you're doing. And what it's telling me is that you're going into a place this month of receiving. If you notice, she's sitting within this, what looks like to me like a crystal ball, and she's receiving information. She's receiving inspiration. She's getting ideas from sources unknown, and she's avoiding the distractions that keep her from accepting those ideas and making them her own. So it's a very centered place. It's a place of allowing and of surrendering and of blocking out those temptations and distractions that could prevent you from making the most of this month that's ahead. And then in the near future, beautiful, beautiful energy of the Empress, giving birth to something new. So you're feeling a bit dry right now. You're feeling a bit empty right now, but that is going to change. So there's going to be some kind of shakeup, some kind of wobble, something that kind of puts you out of your comfort zone a little bit. And that is going to be the catalyst for change, for inspiration, for recentering yourself on what you want and how you can get there. And then what comes about at some point this month is a new beginning. It's giving birth. Now, she hasn't given birth yet, so it's still in the growing phase, right? You have ideas and they're coming to life. You're giving birth to them soon, but within you, the idea is germinating and growing, just like a baby in the womb. And it's beautiful, major arcana energy, right? So it's a big deal. The energy you give, new ideas, new inspiration, this energy of playing with opportunities and trying new things. It's a major moment in your life. The major arcana brings big moments. It doesn't bring little blips that are easily forgotten. These are moments that sort of have a long-term effect on some area of your life. Okay, so your energy is the Strength card in reverse. Let me just hear what Spirit wants to say about this card. Hold on one sec. They're telling me that this month, at least going into this month, you're going to be feeling a bit hard on yourself, or you're going to be being a bit hard on yourself. It's not a very compassionate month, if I'm going to be honest with you, as far as you toward you. Your energy is a bit harsh on yourself. Now, this can be turned around. And when it turns around, it's like you become the master of your own energy and the master of your own self and your own manifestation. But in reverse, you're struggling with this a little bit this month. So there is especially a need during this time to try to release and let go, to not criticize yourself too much, to not criticize your ideas too much. Just play, have fun with it. Don't worry so much about what the outcome will look like. You know, in the typical Strength card, the woman she's got a lion next to her, and she's convinced the lion to hold open his mouth, and she puts her hand in his mouth, knowing that she's safe. She's going to come to no harm whatsoever. Does it cross her mind that something bad could happen? I don't know, but she's not worried about it. When it's in reverse, you've got some worries. You're a little bit worried that, if I try this, what if I look stupid? If I try that, maybe I'm wasting my time. If I try this other thing, maybe it will fall apart. Spirit's encouraging you to try to quiet that voice a little bit. You know, become as serene and centered as you can in releasing those distracting thoughts that are keeping you from inspiration. So then we have, in the energy or the people around you, we have the Knight of Cups reversed. Now, this may not be a month when you get a lot of love, right? From your coworkers, your family, your friends, from others, you know, whatever it is you're working on it privately, you know, just like this pregnant empress. You're growing something privately, you're growing something internally, you're playing with something, you're trying new things. You aren't quite exposing it to the whole world just yet. So don't expect to go into this month and try new things and, you know, all of a sudden everyone at work just falls all over you and says, what a brilliant idea. It's not the month for that. It's not the month for that. This is a month for germinating, for growing, you know, for the baby to go from being, you know, a fetus to a full viable baby that can be given birth to and grow and become an adult at some point. That's what this month is about, is germinating your ideas, growing them within yourself, and not necessarily looking for validation outside of yourself, because you might not find it, not in the world that we're talking about here with this reading. The advice card from Spirit is the Justice card, and they want you to believe that good comes from good. Your actions will be recognized further down the road. Be fair, be honest, trust in the balance of the universe. This month, you're coming up with ideas, you're playing with ideas, you're germinating something new that will be amazing down the road, but you probably won't get the recognition you're looking for just yet. But you're being asked to trust that the results will come. Trust in divine justice, you know, in justice of the universe. And the universe is very just. We get what we deserve, right? If we put the work in, we do get what we deserve at some point. Just have to trust and keep trying and keep going, even when we don't see the rewards yet. When we give up and we throw it away and we say, never mind, it's never going to work, well, then we get what we deserve there as well. So don't give up. Don't give up. Trust in a just universe. Because the outcome here, you've got the Star card, another major arcana card. This is a big moment. Okay, so the star is you getting massive recognition. It's you getting everything you deserve and more. It's the sun shining on you, the stars shining on you. It's you being in the spotlight. Now, this month, your outcome card, the star, is reversed. So you're still in the shadow this month. You're still in the shadow of this star. So you're not getting the recognition this month, but you are creating something that will earn you rewards, recognition, praise, all the things that you're working for and working toward will come to a reality soon. Don't expect it this month. This month is about you creating a reality for the future. But it will have great rewards. To end with the star card, really your two future cards for this month, you have the Empress and then the star card. This is a big month. This is a kind of a life-changing month for you if you can harness that energy of creation and of being fearless and bold, just like the Badger Spirit says. So harness that energy, work with it, surrender, release your inner criticism, release your inner fear, and don't worry about getting recognized just yet. The time is coming. It will come, and you will see it soon enough after this month if you can, stay in line with work hard, give it everything you've got, play, try new ideas, be bold, be fearless, try some things you've never done before, try some things no one has ever done before. This is the month to play and to figure out what works, what doesn't work, to weigh things out, to balance things out. To, okay, is this thing too weird? Is this thing too safe? This is a month for that, for trying and experimenting, and then deciphering what will work best for you beyond this month. And that's when the recognition, the praise, the honor, that's when it all comes. Okay. All right, group one, I hope that helps. I hope it gives you what you need to know for this month ahead. Thank you so much for being here. Please, like this video if it helped you, if it resonated with you. Drop me a comment if you'd like to. I love reading your comments and I'm very grateful for them. And of course, if you want to check my website for private readings are available there at pink22tarot.com. Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, group two. All right, today we're looking at the month ahead. So this is, the next 30 days, give or take, from today. Whenever you're finding this video, it's a timeless video. It's meant for you when you find it. So your initial card is card number 48, and it says Porcupine Spirit. And it says time for beginner mind. Time for beginner mind. Okay, give me just a sec. I just want to hear what Spirit wants to tell you about this card, and then we'll get into the tarot. They're telling me that this month you're going to be starting something small but important. Something new. It's still related to something that you're doing now. So this may be work related. It may be a project you have going on at home, maybe something in your personal life. You're taking a new approach to an old way of doing things, if that makes sense. Looking at a situation from a beginner's mind, from the mind of, for example, from the mind of a child who believes anything can happen and anything is possible. You're going to be taking a new approach internally and externally, meaning you're going to be changing the way you think and feel and see a situation, but also how you react to a situation. You're going to be doing something new, and it's going to help you progress in some way. Okay? Anything else? Talking about something being more prickly. Let me just listen a little bit more. Bear with me. I'm assuming that has to do with porcupine here, but what do you mean by prickly? Talking about the needles that shoot out of the porcupine. They're telling me that there's something in your life that you have, you've had a bit of a negative reaction to. So there may be someone that you have a tense relationship with, or a situation that you have started to see in a negative way, and it's like these needles come shooting out of you, and it's like you attack your predator. That's what they just gave me. You attack your predator. Now again, this may be somebody that you find yourself getting angry with, lashing out at. It may just be a situation that has you so frustrated that you get mad at the frustration. You get mad at the situation, whatever it may be. It's They're showing me these needles that come flying out, attacking your predator, whatever that may be. Spirit just said they're going to show you a new way to handle this person, this situation, this whatever it may be that you've been dealing with, and it's been causing some frustration, possibly some negativity, some anger, even in some people. They're going to show you a new way to deal with it this month. And they're saying just allow that to happen. Allow that to happen. Okay. All right. We're going to do a full Celtic cross spread so we get a full picture of what you can expect this month. Okay. Here's your cards. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here. The bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Cups. So there's something that you want very badly, and there's something that you have wanted for a while. And the frustration that you're feeling, the anger, the negativity, it somehow affects this situation. So if you can put those two things together, even if they don't seem related at all, in your world, in some way, your frustration is affecting something you have wanted for a long time. It may be preventing you from getting it at the moment, or it may be preventing you from fully enjoying it. Maybe your frustration or your anger is getting in the way of enjoying something that you have in your life right now that you've either always wanted or wanted for a long time, and you have it, it's there, but there's a little bit of lack of happiness anyway because of something else really going on. So just kind of keep that in mind. All right, so at the heart of your reading, we have the King of Cups in reverse. And that energy is being challenged by the Nine of Pentacles reversed. The base of your reading, you have the Hermit reversed. Recent past, Five of Pentacles reversed. Crowning your reading, Three of Cups reversed. In the near future, you have the Nine of Wands. Your energy is the Four of Swords reversed. The environment or the people around you, we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Advice from Spirit is the High Priestess. And your outcome is the Three of Wands. Okay, beautiful. Don't worry about all the reversals. Reversals aren't bad. They aren't negative. They're just a nuanced meaning of the traditional upright card. So, when you see those, don't automatically go, oh, it's going to be a terrible month. Couldn't be further from the case. I can see that already. It's going to be a good month for you. All right, so give me just a sec. I just want to connect with the cards, and I'm going to listen for some initial messages for you, and then we'll go through this card by card. Okay, hold on one sec. They're telling me that something is going to come quietly slipping in under the door. And what does that mean? Sometimes they give me some very cryptic imagery and messages. They're saying that this month. Okay. Okay, they're talking about there being a door that you're trying to get through, right? That's been closed for you, that you've been pushing on. And this month, It's like you have to make yourself very, very small, like a mouse, very small, very quiet, very low profile, so that you can slip under the door undetected and get to the other side. I know that's a weird message, but for those of you who feel like you've been trying to accomplish something and it's been blocked, or it's been in some way there have been delays, or you haven't been able to make any progress, they're talking about this month you're being able to slide under the door. You're not going to open the door, door's still going to be shut, but you're going to slide under the door kind of undetected. And you'll do that by being peaceful, by being quiet about it. In other words, you're not screaming and yelling and telling the whole world what you're doing. You're sort of slipping under the door, making something happen. And it's through your own will, it's through your own self-discipline and self-awareness that you are able to make yourself small. And I don't mean make yourself small as in insignificant. It's just sort of getting very, very quiet and again, just slipping under the door unnoticed. I know they'll give more information about that as we go along, but that being initial message for you to get us started. So the good news is you're going to get to the other side of the door this month, right? As long as you follow Spirit's guidance. If you don't get to the other door this month, look back and go, okay, did I do what Spirit asked me to do? You'll get another chance, but we can't just expect things to happen to us and for us. There's times when we have to take our own initiative. We have to do certain things to help ourselves get there. And that's why your spirit guides come in, to give you that guidance, to say, okay, this is what you need to do this month. This is how you get there. Pushing on that door, banging on that door, shoving on that door, kicking the door, it's not going to work. It's not going to get you there. But getting very small and quiet and almost invisible, you'll be able to slip underneath it and get to the other side much more easily. Okay. All right. So your initial card here is the King of Cups in reverse. Let me just hear what Spirit wants to say. Oh, they're telling me straight away right now that your emotions are all over the place, and very volatile. They're showing me, not that you are volatile, don't take it that way, but your emotions are very up and down. They're showing me waves crashing, big waves crashing. In other words, you're not feeling, right now, as you enter into this month, you're not feeling very calm about things. So certain things are making you angry or very frustrated. You're finding it hard to just level out, right? Level out. And if these waves were crashing on that door, you'd think it would knock the door right off its hinges, but it's not working. It's not working. It's not until the waves get very calm and smooth that the water goes under the door. Again, they're giving that door message again. So this energy, this kind of volatile emotional energy, is being challenged by the Nine of Pentacles reversed. There's going to be some people who come into your life, at least one person, possibly more, who's going to be able to help you. Now, this may be somebody who's in your life now. It may even be the person you're frustrated with. Not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be, but someone is going to be of assistance to you, and maybe already is, right? This person may already be doing this for you, helping you to kind of release some of the anger, release some of the negativity, release some of the fear and frustration, and sort of helping to calm you down. When you insist on doing everything yourself, sometimes that's great to do things for ourselves, but when you insist on doing everything for yourself this month, it won't work as well for you. In as it pertains to kind of calming your emotions. Now, it doesn't mean to say that if you go and do some meditating or some yoga or go for a walk in nature, it won't help. It will help. But you're also going to be aided by someone who is going to know the right things to say at the right time to help kind of pull you out of that emotional rupture, is what they just gave you, emotional rupture. It's a weird phrase. Okay. So allow that. If there's someone in your life already who does that for you, don't be afraid to lean on them a little bit, Let them into your life. Let them help you. So at the base of your energy, we have the Hermit reversed. You're dealing with something that feels very new. Now, I will tell you, to you, it feels new. To me, it feels repetitive, meaning it feels like this is something you have experienced over and over again in your life, but you're not recognizing it right now. Because it feels so new to you right now that you don't quite know how to handle it. And the details of your situation may be very new. It may be something you've never had to do before, or something that still is very, very novel to you and out of your comfort zone. But if you step back and see it from a higher perspective, you've gone through similar situations like this, where you've been pushed out of your comfort zone and then asked to be calm and to adapt and sort of release the frustration. This has happened in your past. If you can look back and recognize it, the Hermit is someone who is very, very experienced and knows how to find their way through a situation. You are experienced, you just don't see it. You've done this before, you just aren't seeing it right now. You will be able to find your way through this situation, but right now the way through it is by treating it as if you are a beginner. Learn this lesson again, as if it's for the first time. In your recent past, we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. Let me just listen. They're telling me that, in the recent past, you were feeling, you were almost feeling like you wanted to be alone. It wasn't that being alone was a hardship for you, although, looking back, maybe you'll see that it was challenging for you. But they're showing me that you found a sense of resourcefulness in the solitude, in being alone with yourself. And so that's an energy you're kind of used to. You're kind of used to picking yourself up, dusting yourself off, getting yourself where you need to go. But now, like we just said earlier, now you're struggling with that. You're struggling with that. And that's why this other person is in your life at the moment, among other reasons, possibly. But this person, either in your life now or will be near immediately, they're there almost like a teacher to teach you something you already know, but they're teaching it to you as if it's your first time learning it. Not that they're belittling you in any way. This person has a lot of respect for you, a lot of trust and love for you, but they're able to, how do I put that? They're able to show you a way to the other side of your frustration, to stop throwing those needles out at your prey, to stop lashing out at your own frustration. They're showing you a new way to relax and accept and adapt to a situation. And again, it probably feels very uncomfortable because you're used to being able to do that for yourself. Right now, it's okay to let someone else help you. So keep that in mind. Crowning your reading is the Three of Cups reversed. Now this card, this position, it really touches on every other card here in your spread. It will touch on your entire month. It will touch on all of these energies. And, okay. There is this sense of, you're giving me like this sense of regret, this sense of unhappiness that you can overcome. There's this deep inner nudge by your inner nudge or urge. Just made that one new word. This deep inner nudge from your higher self to turn this card around, to rediscover your happiness, right? There's this underlying disappointment or unhappiness or just like ennui that is sort of infecting everything. But it doesn't have to. They're showing me your higher self is just trying to flick this card, flip it up so that it's upright. And once you are able to learn that, once you are able to grasp that, find a way to be happy regardless of the circumstances you find yourself in, everything gets better, right? The Three of Cups is connection, it's happiness, it's knowing you are where you belong, it's being able to celebrate the little moments, to enjoy the little things and to be grateful for them. When it's in reverse, you're struggling with that. You're struggling with that. But again, your higher self, they're showing me that it's as easy as flipping a switch to flip this card right side up. And they've actually asked me to leave that right side up for you because that's where it should be this month. You have to learn to flip that switch. And I know I'm saying it's as easy as flipping a switch, just decide to be happy. I also know how incredibly hard that is. I struggle with it myself. So don't think that I mean that lightly, but your higher self knows that once you decide you're not going to let something bother you anymore and you commit to that, it really is almost as easy as flipping a switch. It's getting to that point of commitment and decision that's difficult because there's a part of us that really just weirdly wants to be unhappy, doesn't want to be happy about a situation we're unhappy about, doesn't want to be happy about a situation that is less than ideal. But when we do that, when we insist on being unhappy, despite the fact that we have something we've wanted for a long, long time, right? When we insist on being unhappy anyway, because things aren't 100% perfect, it infects our whole life. It infects everything and kind of puts a damper. It's like holding an umbrella up over your head during a beautiful sunny day. You're missing out on the sunshine. Okay? All right. So in the near future, we have the Nine of Wands. You're going to be, oh, okay. They're telling me you're going to fight back. You're going to learn to harness your resources from this person in your life, this friend or loved one who is able to help you see things differently, from your higher self, from your spirit guides. You're going to harness your resources and stand tall and tell yourself you're no longer accepting the situation as it is. That's not to say that you're going to be angry at the situation. You're changing your response to it, your reaction to it. You're saying, I've been beaten, I've been pushed, I've been shoved, I've been rattled and shaken. I'm not going to let it hurt me anymore. And that's when this Three of Cups flips over. That's when you go from being unhappy about a situation to recognizing how grateful you are for the situation you're in, whether it's perfect or not. So you will get there. You will get there. And there is this sense of inner strength, this inner warrior that is saying, I'm not going to fight anymore. I'm not going to throw my needles out at my prey anymore. I'm going to fight against that. I'm going to stand tall in a stance of peace and find a way to be happy no matter what. All right, so your energy is the Four of Swords reversed. It's a bit of a restless month for you, a restless month. You're no longer willing to just accept being unhappy. It's not okay with you anymore. There's this inner irritation that's pushing you to say, look, something isn't exactly the way you want it to be, but life never is. Am I going to sit back and take it and be angry? Or am I going to stand tall, give myself the courage and strength to be at peace with what is? So you do have a choice here. There is this irritation. There is, and it's there for a reason. This is something you're meant to learn. You're being taught to, again, see things from a beginner's mind, from the eyes of a child who doesn't know any different. You know, you tell them something's bad and they go, oh, okay, well, that's bad. I don't like it. You tell them something is great, something's exciting, something is fun. They believe you. Try to believe. The situation you're in is not perfect. Whatever you're going through is not perfect. There's nobody that would deny that. But is it wonderful anyway? Can you find a way to push aside the parts that aren't perfect and allow yourself to get excited again and to be happy again about this wish that has come true, this dream of yours that has come true in some way? Because you can do it. So the environment around you, we have here the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Something is going to maybe everything will feel very new this month. You know, you're no longer going through this month as if, the same, one day is the same as the next day, same as the next day. You're experiencing something new. And you're learning something new. You're learning how to cope in a new way. You're learning to adapt. You're learning that fighting and battling and beating against that door doesn't work. You're learning a new way. The advice from Spirit is the High Priestess. Go within. Allow the secrets of the universe to sort of infiltrate you. Allow yourself to quietly observe your own reactions, your own feelings. Allow yourself to quietly observe the situation you're in and to reassess, to accept, to be content and fulfilled by the beauty of what is. And it's not an easy task. This being a major arcana card in the advice section means big deal, right? For some of you, this may be very, very hard lesson to learn because you're fighting it, because you're resisting it. Again, just like they said before, it's not really that hard. It's the fact that we resist it, that we don't allow ourselves to just commit to being happy, to accepting what is, and enjoying the good parts, adapting to the parts that aren't so great, learning to live with them, learning to cope with them, learning to work around them rather than fighting against them. And your outcome card is the Three of Wands. You have a lot to look forward to. It's going to open new doors for you. Like I said, with the mouse going under the door, by the end of this month, you'll be on the other side of that door and you'll be watching your ship come in. You're going to see a whole new horizon in front of you that you've never seen before. Because you've allowed yourself to see your life as you've never seen it before. To go through a process as you've never gone through it before. Even though you've done this before, you've not done it quite in this way. So allow yourself to be taken on this journey, on this ride, and to go with it. Allow yourself to be grateful for what is, and to sort of let the things that you don't agree with, that you don't like, that are irritating you, frustrating you, let those things just sort of slip off your back or slide right through you. I had someone once talk about if you can imagine yourself as being transparent, and the things you don't like, the things people say that are irritating to you, the situations that frustrate you, just imagine them scooting straight through you. They don't land, they don't hit you, they don't affect you, they just fly right through you and move along on their own way. So try to do that this month because you have a lot to look forward to. With the Three of Wands, you have something really big coming up on the horizon, and you won't see it if you're still on the back side of this door, right? But Spirit is saying you can get there. You can get there. You just have to give it a sense of direction that is new and different from what you've done before. And allow this person to help you, for sure. All right, group 2, I hope that helps. I hope it gives you what you need to get you through this month in the best possible way. If the reading resonated with you, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, drop me a comment, whatever you feel called to do. Please subscribe and ring the bell if you want to know when new readings are posted. If you'd like a private reading, you can check those out on my website at pink22tarot.com. And thank you so much for being here, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3. All right, today we're going to take a look at the month ahead. And as usual, this is a timeless reading. So the month begins whenever you find this video. It doesn't matter when it's posted. I believe that we are brought to the messages, the readings that we need when we need them, not necessarily when they're posted. So trust the timing. All right, so your initial card is card number 16, Coyote Spirit. And it says, trust in divine detours. Right, give me just a sec. I just want to hear what Spirit wants to tell you about this card. Bear with me one sec, y'all. They are talking, of course, about change, which is not surprising with a card talking about detours. But they're saying this is instigated change. What does that mean, instigated change? This is change that you are going to create for yourself. And you may not realize that the change that you are instigating, bringing into your life, that the change, you may not realize that this change is going to take everything in a new direction, but it will, in a positive way. So don't let that worry you. You may think that this is a small, kind of insignificant little detour or side thing. I'm even getting, for some of you, it's like a little side hustle that you decide to just sort of dabble in, and you don't realize that this is going to change everything. That won't be the exact situation for everyone, but hopefully you get the analogy. One sec, see what else they want to say. They're saying for some of you, you're going to see like a fork in the road, and you're going to be able to choose, do I go left, do I go right? Which branch do I take? Which path do I take? They're encouraging you to take the path that feels the newest, that feels the most uncertain, that feels even the most risky in some way. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and make a crazy risk in your life, right? But allow yourself to even just tiptoe down that path. That doesn't mean give up everything on the path that you're familiar with at all. It's just encouraging you to explore a new area in your life, in your work, in your personal life, your home life, whatever it may be for you. Trying something new could lead to much bigger results and a much bigger picture than you realize this month. Okay? All right, we'll leave that there. We'll get some tarot cards. I'm going to do a full Celtic cross spread for you today so we get a really good in-depth picture of what you can expect in the month ahead. Okay, there's your cards. We'll see what's at the bottom of the deck. And you have the Magician reversed. They're telling me with the Magician reversed at the bottom of the deck, this month is about creating something, doing something you've never done before, without worrying about the outcome, without worrying about what the end result is, because you're doing it just to do it, just to try it, just to dabble in it, just to give it a go. But being that this is the Magician card, there's still magic there. There's magic in the trying something new without it being this huge manifestation for you, right? You're not trying to, you know, I don't know, create the new wheel, create the new Apple iPhone. You're just trying something new. You're allowing yourself to walk down a slightly different path and explore. But there's magic in this exploration. There's magic in it that could surprise you. All right, so at the base of your reading, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. And that energy is being challenged by Temperance reversed. Base of your reading, we have the King of Swords. I think I said base of the reading with the Ten of Swords. Sorry about that, heart of the reading. Base of the reading is the King of Swords. Recent past is the Queen of Pentacles. Crowning your reading is the Queen of Cups in reverse. The near future, you have the Four of Cups reversed. Your energy is the Two of Cups. The people or the environment around you is the Three of Swords. Advice from Spirit is the High Priestess reversed. And the outcome is the Knight of Swords. Okay, give me just a second while I take these cards in. I'm going to listen for some initial messages for you from Spirit as well. And then we'll go through this card by card and see what this month holds for you. So give me just a sec. You're telling me it's going to be a bit of an easy month in that there isn't this hard energy that you are battling against, that you're fighting against, that you're trying to force your way through. It's like this month you're just allowing yourself to dabble, to play. You're feeling kind of content with the way things are. And maybe you weren't in the past, maybe you were, but at the moment feels kind of good. Feels okay. You might be a little bit bored. You might want to just try something new just to keep things interesting. Or you might be, sent in a slightly new direction, and there is this kind of energy of exploring. What they're showing me is like a young child, I don't know, 9, 10 years old. And they're out exploring the new trail, right? A new trail out in the woods or somewhere, away from the home. And they're just exploring and looking under the rocks and looking up in the trees, maybe climbing a tree or two, trying new things, spying and looking for animals. There's this sense of play, there's a sense of exploration, but it's not very serious. They're just enjoying a little bit of adventure, a little bit of exploration. And that's really how this month feels, and how this month sort of, I don't want to say it's going to go that way for you. How do I put that? They're just saying allow yourself to just accept and go with that feeling this month. It will take you somewhere, believe it or not, but they're saying take that out of your mind. Don't worry about what it's going to look like or what this might result in or how this might turn into something bigger. Allow yourself to just be. Dabble and play. Explore like a child. Sorry about that. Okay. So at the heart of your reading, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. You're at a place where you might be a little bit bored. You might want to try something new. But it's not feeling very serious. It's not feeling very permanent. It's feeling almost like this temporary feeling of, I'm a little bit bored right now. I'm going to try something new. That's what it is. Like going to a restaurant you've never been to and closing your eyes and just pointing at the menu or asking the waiter or the chef to bring you whatever they recommend without telling you. And just sort of giving it a chance and giving it a go. That's what this energy feels like. Now, this energy is being crossed by by temperance reverse, which means it's being challenged by this energy. So while you are trying something new, right? You're trying this dish you've never had. You don't even know what's coming at this restaurant you've never been to. It feels a little uncomfortable. It feels a little bit scary. But there's something to this feeling of imbalance that actually ends up creating some magic. So don't let the imbalance, don't let any sense of being uncomfortable stop you, but recognize it. Recognize that actually, that those butterflies in your stomach when you think, oh, what's coming? What's coming? Well, what is this dish going to be that the waiter is going to serve me? Or, that's just the example, obviously. It's part fear, part excitement, part worry. Allow yourself to just enjoy that and accept it and acknowledge it and go with it. Go with it. Let those butterflies, feel those butterflies. Don't try to analyze them. Just let it be. So at the base of your reading, you have the King of Swords. They're telling me you're coming from a place of thinking a lot, of kind of knowing what you want, knowing, it's almost like you know where your life is headed. You know how things are going to play out. And there is, again, this little sense of, yeah, but is that all there is? What else is there? Could there be something more? And I know that's not the typical interpretation of the King of Swords, but that's what they're giving me. They're giving me, it's like you have the knowledge, you have the experience, you know where you are, there's a clear trajectory for you in the future, you sort of know where you're headed, and in your mind, you can logically plan it out, map it out. But this King of Swords is looking out at the horizon and thinking, what else is there? Because while there is some comfort in knowing where you're headed, knowing how things will play out and feeling that security and that sense of stability, it does lose a little bit of passion, doesn't it? A little bit of that fun. In the recent past, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So you've done very well for yourself in some area of your life, whatever area that we're talking about here. Possibly your career. It feels very career heavy, but it may not be. But there is this sense of security. You know you're good at what you do. You've accomplished a certain level of expertise and experience. There's this level of comfort. There's this level of accomplishment. But this energy is sort of giving way to what's coming in the future, is this Four of Cups reversed. Again, it's disappointment, it's boredom, it's wanting something else, not knowing what it is. And while the upright Four of Cups is often about the universe handing you that fourth cup and going, I know you're tired of those three cups you have, but look what we have for you here. In reverse, what they're giving me, the interpretation they're giving me, is that no one's handing you this cup. You sort of dig it up yourself. You find it. You start looking for it and going, I gotta try something new. I have to stretch my legs. I have to stretch my imagination. I have to play a little. I have to do something new. It's kind of a cabin fever sort of feeling. But you solve it yourself. No one brings the answer to you. You sort of create it for yourself. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, so crowning your reading, you have the Queen of Cups reversed. Let me just hear what they want to say about this. Hold on. they're telling me that there's this feeling of being emotionally empty, and it really ties right in with this King of Swords energy. You logically know where things are headed. You logically know what your life looks like. You logically know what your day is going to look like. It doesn't bring a whole lot of joy, right? There's something missing. There's something missing, and you sort of know that. But you can find it. With this Four of Cups reversed, you do find it. You find that fourth cup. And it might feel very insignificant to you. It might be as simple as, finding a new hobby that you enjoy doing, you know, finding a new YouTube channel that you start following and it gives you new ideas or new concepts or new inspiration. You don't even realize that it's kind of slowly infiltrating into your brain and creating new pathways for success, creating new pathways for happiness, new pathways for a new direction for your life in some way. And you don't need to know that. You won't realize that until later. But that is what's happening. The magic is happening sort of behind the scenes. But allow yourself, understand this boredom, this feeling of I need to do something that makes me feel happy, right? Allow yourself to find that thing, no matter how insignificant it might feel. All right, so your energy this month is the Two of Cups. You're going to find something that you really like. I know typically this is about another person. I'll be honest, it's not what it feels like to me. Now, this new pathway, this detour may involve another person, but it's something that lights a spark in your life. Now, for some of you, yes, it may be a person coming in, but I feel like it's more than that for most of you. It's something more situational. But you do find something that creates joy in your life, that fills your cup, and then some, in some way, right? Okay. Now the environment around you is the Three of Swords. You're in a place this month where healing is happening. It's happening all around you. It's happening within you. You may not recognize it. If this was in the position of you, I would say you're very aware of the healing that's taking place. But because it's in the environment around you, it's like the healing is happening without your even being aware of it, or at least not overly aware of it. There's been something missing from your life. A little bit of joy, maybe. Could be a person. But there's something that's missing, and you find it when you take this little detour, when you go play in the woods, metaphorically speaking. And that's where the healing comes in. It'll come in without even you knowing it's there. Now, the advice from Spirit is the High Priestess reversed. Don't try too hard to figure it out. There are secrets at play here. There are universal secrets at play here. There's things going on in the background here that you're not meant to know. You don't need to know how something is going to change your life. Just let it. You don't even have to let it change your life. Just enjoy it. The advice really is don't try too hard to get behind the veil, figure it out, because that kind of loses some of the magic that's happening. Because then you try to manipulate it and control it and make it go in a certain direction. And right now, you can't know the direction it's going to take. You may be thinking, yeah, well, if I take this class that I would really enjoy, then maybe XYZ will happen, and then 1, 2, 3, and then let it go. Just enjoy the class. Don't try to figure it out. Just enjoy it and see where it takes you. And then the outcome is the Knight of Swords. When you get to the end of this month, there will be a new spark in you. There'll be a little bit of a lift in your step. You will be off and running in a new direction, and you won't even know how it happened necessarily. That's that magic coming in, that magic that comes in without even being aware, the healing that occurs without you even knowing it's there. All of a sudden, something has inspired you, and this King of Swords that has gotten a little bit bored with the way his life is mapped out ahead of him is suddenly excited again. Excited to chase after something new, excited to do something new, excited about life again. There's movement, there's energy. It's a really, really good place to end this month. I can't wait to see what you're going to be up to next month, because this Knight of Swords is going somewhere. If you can see in the card, he's racing toward a motorcycle. He's getting on that motorbike and he is going flying somewhere. Somewhere new, somewhere exciting, some new adventure in his life, in his existence, and it's going to change the map of his world in some way. All right, group 3. I hope that helps. I hope it gives you a little bit of insight, but not too much, because you're not meant to know too much this month. Just play, just have fun. All right, thank you so much for being here. If the reading resonated or helped in any way, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. Lets me know that our energies are connecting. It'll help future readings resonate with you more. It also helps my channel get out there so that more people get the messages and readings they need to hear. So thank you so much for that. If you're looking for a private reading, you can book one on my website at pink22tarot.com. And thanks for being here, y'all. Bye-bye.